Hey guys, welcome back to another detail series video. Today we've got an XK150 Jaguar Roadster. It's a 3-carby 6-cylinder and it's had a full restoration at Sleeping Beauty a couple of years ago in Queensland. But today it's in because it's got a couple of swirl marks, some washes and stuff like that, and we're going to correct all that and do a bit of metal polishing and whatnot. Let's take you through the process. On close inspection of the paint, you can see it's got a lot of swirl marks in it, quite a few scratches in a lot of places. So what we're going to do is we'll be clay barring it slightly and then be working it with our mild cutter and then go over it with a finishing compound. Alright, so let's get into the claying. What you're going to need is the clear glass in the DIY size, the green one, and the clay bar. So what we're going to do is we're going to net into like a small circle like this and then liberally spray the surface. Our clear glass is an awesome clay lube. It works really well as that. It's sometimes some people think it's a bit contradictory to have your window cleaner being a clay lube as well, but there's actually amazing properties of lubrication in this window cleaner. So what we do is we'll gradually spray the whole surface and then start claying. So that's plenty on the surface there. Now we'll grab our clay bar like this and just start doing straight lines. And then we can fold our clay bar like this. We get back to a fresh surface again. So now we'll use our drying towel to just quickly dry up that glass cleaner. And that's all we need to do to clay that section. Now we'll move on to our next section and then do the whole car. We'll be using two products today to correct the paint on this Jaguar. So we'll start out with Cut Max. That's a high cutting compound with a low gloss. And afterwards we'll go over to the Perfect Finish, which has got a slight cut on it, but a high gloss. So the reason we're going to use the Perfect Finish is because the rotary for the Cut Max is going to leave mild holograms. It's just how it happens with a lamb wool pad. And then the Perfect Finish will get out those rotary holograms really easily because it's got that slight cut on it. The reason I like to use these polishing compounds is because they don't stain any trims. They're like really low in dust and easy to work with. So when it comes to cutting, we'll be using a flex rotary with a wool pad and our Cut Max. So what we want to do is we first want to prime the pad, put a bit of extra compound on there as we go to start, just so it doesn't run dry. That's about enough there to start out with. And then it's really crucial that we start slow. And then once we've gotten a good start, we'll then speed up a little bit and let the rest of the cutting compound do its work. So we've got the machine on speed 1 at the moment, and we're going to slowly trigger it and start working the compound. Cut that section, we're going to move on to our finishing compound so you guys can see the technique used with that. So on this section here, we've got mild holograms now. That's why we've changed to a dual action machine with a softer sponge and our finishing compound. So we'll do the same process again. We'll slightly prime our pad with a bit of extra compound. And then we'll slowly work it again until we get to a certain point where it looks a little bit more translucent, and then we'll up the speed and finish out the compound. car, it's time for the fun part. So all new ceramic coating. So the single stage ceramic coating, and it's super easy to apply for everyone. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do it so there's no confusion at all. You guys will be able to buy this coating as of February 2023. So this is what you guys will find in the box. So there's the serum, the application instructions, and 4 applicators. You guys might wonder why there are 4 applicators. It's because one box is actually enough for 2 cars. So what you'll do is you'll use about 2 applicators for one vehicle, and then just close your bottle up again. And when you have to do your next car, you just grab it back out and do the next car with the 2 applicators there again. So to start out with, we will always use Prepare to make sure there are no contaminants on the surface at all or anything like that. You can use isopropyl alcohol as well, but Prepare is usually our favorite option. We'll grab one of our coating towels and liberally coat the surface, and then give it a real thorough wipe down to make sure that our surface doesn't have any contamination on it whatsoever. The way I like to do it is cross hatch over the surface, then flip our coating towel to a clean side and go over it one more time just to wipe off any excess. And now that our surface is completely prepped, we'll have to prime our first applicator pad. I love these pads because they spread out the ceramic coating so well and you really don't need that much. On our first application, we'll put a little bit of extra on our applicator pad, but for the next ones, we won't need to put as much down. Now that we have a liberal amount on our applicator, we're going to cross hatch the section of the bonnet that we've just prepared. This is when we turn and we'll cross hatch over it. Now we get to this point, we'll wait approximately 3 to 5 minutes depending on the temperature until it's starting to get a little bit more translucent, and that's when we can start buffing it off with our coating towel with our next one. Now that approximately 4 minutes or so have passed, I can tell that the coating's about ready to be buffed off. So we'll grab our fresh coating towel and wipe it off until there's a streak-free finish. So now that this section is completed, we'll be doing the rest of the car in that exact same manner, but usually we'll prepare the entire vehicle before we start ceramic coating. So on the steering wheel center here, we've got a little bit of tarnishing in the aluminium. So what we'll be doing is using our SONAX metal polish, which both polishes and protects. So we'll give that a bit of a rub down and get that gloss out again, and that should stay glossy for a long time because it's got a nano protection technology in it. So I'll show you guys how that works now. One of my favorite things about this whole restoration is that they've even found period correct tires for this car. So these are a super rare tire. So what we're going to do is we're going to protect these tires with our tire gloss gel. It really nourishes and protects them from sunlight and UV rays for a long time, and it lasts for ages compared to a standard type of tire shine. So what you want to do is you want to give it a liberal amount on the applicator and then just massage it into the tire. So I'll massage it all the way around and then leave the car standing for approximately maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes for the tire gloss gel to really absorb into the rubber, and then I'll give it a slight wipe over to prevent any sort of flick once we start driving. On a car like this, it's super important to maintain your leather because in a convertible, your leather is under so much sun exposure. So this leather care milk has a jojoba oil in it, and it keeps your leather really well nourished and prevents any cracking or anything like that. So what you do is you just give it a liberal spray on your leather applicator, and then we just want to rub it into our leather. This both cleans, nourishes, and protects the leather for future use. So whilst it is currently shiny because we're just applying it and it's wet, it actually dries off to a matte finish. Here at SONAX, we do not like leather looking shiny. That's why this is especially a matte product.